So, welcome everyone to Out of the Abyss. Within the last few days, you have all been, in one way or another, captured and imprisoned by the Drow. You are currently at the outpost called Vilkenville. We'll say Vilkenville. And are just awaiting to be shipped off to the main Drow city to be sold as slaves. Although the caravan that usually stops by here to transport you guys is unusually a few days late, but until then, they are certainly making use of you around here. So, if everyone wants to introduce their character, or characters, who would like to begin?
Is this our characters talking, or are we just introducing?
Yeah.
You can just introduce a little bit, just as much as you want. You can even just say what you are, or just...
Should do physical characteristics first, and then introduce ourselves in character.
Sure, yeah, sounds good.
Oh no!
Oh, back scratch!
I lost my camera! Oh no! I don't know what happened.
Roll for personality!
No!
What's my flaw?
Right, I'll go first. Okay, my name is Artak. Artak. I am a Minotaur gladiator. I'm a fighter. I am the twin brother of oh crap, I forgot your name. It's right there. I see.
Okay.
Drucka. There we go. I was like, I know your name.
You're
What?
sister's name.
Oh, God,
How dare you?
No character with this.
No character with this.
I am a. How did I describe myself? I am 6.5 feet tall. Am I 6.5 feet? I thought I was 7.5 feet tall. I don't know. I think I'm 7.5 feet tall. I don't remember.
That sounds a little short for a Minotaur, isn't it?
I'm stucky. I think I'm 7.5 feet tall. I think I put 6.5 before I realized I was going to be a Minotaur, and then I became a Minotaur. Yeah. So, 7.5 feet tall, weigh about 450 pounds, about 21 years old. Most of my fur, hair, is kind of a black, fading into a red, kind of the inverse of Drucka. Drucka. And yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
I have an iron rod.
Beautiful.
A stick underground, and I don't know how to use it. Yeah.
So I'll go next. I'm Druka. I am a fighter, Minotaur, twin sister of Artak, and I will be a battle master. And she has dark red, kind of auburny hair that is not just on her head, but goes down a bit onto like the back of her neck, shoulders a little bit, but it all kind of flows together. The more skittish, the short hair is a light tan, buff-ish that gets into the darker reds and blacks down by her hooves. And yeah, 6'11", 230.
Nice.
Full horns.
Oh, I also forgot. My hair is dreadlocks, kind of pulled into like a half ponytail. That's all dreadlocks in the back.
Ooh, they have that on Hero Forge.
They do. That's actually where I got it from.
Nice.
I created my character in Hero Forge before I had figured out what my appearance was going to be. So, Chuka and Artok.
Mine is Tamara, and she's a high elf fighter, and she has brown hair with like a teal cape. She's like 27. Yep, that's it.
So
So
literally
still
a
really
baby
young.
by elf standards.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Baby
by elf
high elf.
standards, a baby essentially.
Oh.
'Cause,
Elves live forever,
Like-
basically.
like
This was my graduation
physiologically
gift.
an adult, but by elf culture, they'd be like, "Oh, you've got another 75 years before you're allowed to vote," kind of thing.
Oh, I forgot.
I'll show
about-
you, mommy and daddy. I'm gonna go see the world.
So would you be
Yeah.
culturally about 27 for humans? Or
Yeah.
actually 27?
I forgot about that. I was
Like-
like,
Even if you're physiologically that age, like you can still be mature by human standards. Elves just might not take you so seriously once
Yeah.
they actually realize how old you are. It's
yeah, she's pretty mature, but she likes to have fun. But
So about what age would that land for a high elf? I don't really know.
like elves are generally regarded to reach adulthood, like the equivalent of humans being 18, right around 100. So.
Jeez, I'm too young too then.
But that's a
Just say
cultural
it,
thing.
yeah.
Like, honestly, especially by human standards, they would be considered an adult long before then because they physiologically have about the same, like, teen years as humans do, where it's like, you know, you're actually up to being your physically adult self by the time you're in your, like, late teens, early 20s, but culturally, because elves live so long, they're just like, ugh, you're a baby, you don't know what you're talking about. Your brain isn't finished growing until you're 250. Jeez, what are you doing? Like, you know, so. Well, I suppose I'll go next then. Electo Irinithel at your service. Also a high elf, about 102 years old. Just rail thin. Like, I'm around 6'2", probably only weigh like 160, 170 pounds in spite of that.
Jeez.
Dark hair, which, in spite of the fact that I do actually sort of try to take care of it, especially in this personality, is always just a little bit messy. There are always a few strands that are trying to work their way down into my face, just constantly absent-mindedly brushing them away. Gray eyes, very pale skin, spectacles, and I constantly smell of some kind of chemicals that are just unidentifiable to anyone who does not have experience in alchemy. There's just always something very strange. You would not be surprised if my long duster jacket, kind of this dark canvas duster, it comes about down to just below my knees. You would not be surprised to just see it smoking at all times, even if it isn't. It would not shock you.
Smells kind of
Makes sense.
Does that leave me?
Oh, and me too.
Oh,
I'm Bolsomago.
Sorry.
You'll see he's even for a halfling, he is small. He's only 2'4", but he is 89 years old, which for halflings it's like 50, 60 years old. It's later. He's on the older side. Blue eyes, light hair, and yeah, he's friendly type who likes to get to know people. Tends to be a little more trustworthy than he should be maybe sometimes, but that's what I got. Wizard, by the way, yeah, mention that. He's a wizard.
I think it's me now. So I am Quinn. Today I am a female I am 4'9", I think is what I'm gonna go with. So I'm pretty short. I have my head is half shaved. The other side is curly, kind of down to just past my chin. I have like this big tunic-y dress that's just kind of a pale, like yellowy white color, kind of like what you would see for parchment. Today my hair is red. I have brown eyes, and I have freckles on my cheeks and across my nose, and I have one like beauty mark off on my left eye. No, my right eye. I lied. It's my right eye. And I wear, like, I have like cuffs on my wrists and kind of like a choker thing around my neck, and then like my sandals kind of match that. And I think that's about it for her description right now.
All right.
Nice.
Now grab 2 papers and then we'll keep going.
I will jump back into Jitsi as soon as I can. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
No worries. It's Jitsi. It's having weird issues.
Seems like.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I don't think it was Jitsi on my end.
Alright.
I think just my iPad died.
The roulette continues.
Oh, Char's back! Oh! Heidi's back!
Hold on one sec.
It's gonna be a rough night, I can tell already.
Out of curiosity, Kris, how are we handling XP? Are you doing milestones, or are we actually...
I think we'll probably just do milestones, but by the time you guys escape, we'll probably be level 2 or 3. So we'll probably do milestones, just because.
Because level 1 to 2 will not take us very long. It doesn't require a whole lot.
I'll be shocked if you guys aren't level 3 by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean,
Yay.
you seize the right way, you might kill it when you reach level 2.
Yeah. I actually choose my specializations technically at 2nd level, but that's...
Oh jeez. I don't think I do anything till like 4.
I think fire's a level
It's
3.
like your subclass at 3.
3? Okay. I can remember.
Subclass for fighters, subclass for most classes is level
Jump
3.
in.
A couple, like the alchemist, it's level 2. I think wizards are level 2, if I remember correctly.
What tab is it in? There it is.
The left one. Sorry.
Well, my second screen, my son is using it right now.
There. Oh.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I've got it set up so
That's
that when they're not using it, I can use it.
Yep.
And he came back, so I've got 2 windows and a bunch of tabs in each window.
Okay, so all of these NPCs probably won't last the whole time, because heaven help me if I had to do 10 NPCs the whole time.
Right, the whole plan is keep them alive.
Big shield. All right, so
Just
In
like,
charge of-
I will
in
say
char-
this right now. I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are, but if anything happens to Stool, I will blow you all to Kingdom Come. Like,
What now?
I won't be shocked if Stool becomes the baby Groot. I'm just saying.
I mean, he's
The
adorable.
baby what now?
Groot.
the baby Groot.
Baby Groot. Okay.
Okay. So
But
I
like a
don't know
mushroom
who we're
baby
talking
Groot.
about, but
Yeah, but sure. Oh, it's in the Wings
There's,
chat.
yeah, in the Wings chat has a picture of some of the NPCs. So.
all right, so
what have
sorry, what's it?
I just where are the NPCs?
They're in the
Sorry.
Wings general chat.
Yeah, these are
Oh,
some other prisoners with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a link.
So
And we got a drow in here with us.
Share this one.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I said you should share your page.
Did I separate that out? No.
It's in all your stuff.
I'm automatically disinclined to trust the drow prisoner. I'm
Oh yeah.
like, all these other people are crazy misfits of one sort or another, but the drow, I'm immediately just like, how do we know that this guy isn't a spy that they have put in here to pretend to be a prisoner to mess with us? Because
Oh yeah.
Probably.
that's just how drow do.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
Well,
David-
I'm in
David-
autumn right now, so this isn't good.
Yeah, David says drow have a Russian accent, so we'll see how well I do that. Or Slavic.
Good
Well, more
You
more
can do
Bulgarian.
whatever you want. That's the drow underneath
Okay.
like Soretta. So like these drow
Well,
can
howdy,
be-
y'all. We're gonna sacrifice all y'all to law.
It's like,
Right.
oh sure, you know the Minnesota drow, okay. There you
Go to
This
Slough.
campaign got a lot less scary.
Want some cheesecakes before we kill you?
Now you see what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take these pliers and I'm gonna pull your fingernails right off and I'm just gonna shove them in your ear holes right there. And it's gonna be real uncomfortable, so you might want to talk. Like,
Did you say you might want to talk or you might want to tuck?
Talk.
you might want to talk.
Just tell us where the jewels are, and we'll let you go. All right? Okay. Oh, don't you know?
Now I'm just trying to be neighborly here now by warning you that it's only gonna get worse from here on out if you don't comply with what we're asking you to do. All right now?
Man. Imagine if we're trying to take off a minotaur's toenail.
Oh my God. It's like the
Oh,
foot,
that's on
man.
there real good now,
A whole half
don't you know?
They're just like, okay, you try. Hey man,
Go for
We're
it.
gonna try heating this up real nice and then
I
try
wanna
it
see-
again.
Oh geez, that's really jammed in there now.
I would call it an ingrown toenail, but it's definitely not.
Oh, this is the dumbest bit.
It's because we know what's about to happen. That's the problem.
Yeah.
What's about to happen? Gorgon loves you.
No.
Anyway, so
Until I've beefed up.
each time you guys are captured, you're taken before Ilvara Mizrim. She is the drow priestess who is in charge of this outpost. And according to your guys' skills and such, they put you into groups. So for the heavy labor, it will be the Minotaur brother and sister.
Woo!
She tells you to go work like the bovine you are.
Yeah, say that to my face.
Don't people on the surface consider you a delicacy to eat?
Nope.
Oh,
Or do they just use your crap to grow the food? I can't remember.
Well, there's a little bit of that.
Yeah. So with
just imagine.
if you really did talk
her
back, she's
quietly.
going to hit you with a ray of sickness.
What?
If you really did talk back, she's going to hit you with a ray of sickness.
Yeah, I talk back. I'm glad.
And I just like nod because I know that's what he's doing. It's just what he does.
So with you guys
You're not
is
even aware of the ray of sickness. He's just like this all the time.
Every once in a while,
Talks back and he throws up.
After a show, you
I'm
know.
already autoimmune.
Now you listen, her.
All right.
projectile.
So with the Minotaur
secret ability.
siblings is the dwarvish woman Eldith Feldrum, the orc Ront, and the how do you pronounce that?
However you want to.
Quogoth?
Sure.
so what now?
Korgath. Isn't that the dwarf from the other campaign?
It's
Duragar?
it's a Quagoth. This is how it's pronounced,
Qui-Gon.
or how it's spelled.
Like
sure.
Quaggoth is.
Quaggoth? Okay.
Yeah.
Wheelbarrow.
And then the people for the house chores are... Okay, and then the rest of the people, the dark gnome twins, the dark halfling, and the dark dwarf, and the Kuotoa, they kind of switch between doing manual work and inside chores. And the elves and the gnome, even though, so the drow are very sexist and racist, yay. So for the elves, they, even though like they still look down on you guys because you're not, drow, they still kind of hold you guys in higher esteem, especially because, one of you is an alchemist.
Not the same, but we're
Why would
kind
they
of the
not?
same.
Yeah. So they kind of have like the arcane users and the alchemists kind of in like a study area, kind of working on studies. They're especially pressuring you to try and kind of figure out a way to both chemically and arcanely safely withdraw these special types of stones that you have found out have been very unstable when you take them out and usually kill people. And you hear how you hear how the what are they called? Sybil theme? The underground gnomes.
Oh,
Svirfneblin?
what are they? Yes, Svirfneblin.
Duergar?
The deep
underground gnomes. Sorry.
Duergar, like sort of a subrace of dwarf, but the Svirfneblin.
Yes, Svirfneblin. You guys kind of hear like that only the Svirfneblin had like have figured out the secret. But Jamin, does your character speak Elvish?
I was trying to find out what. I don't think I picked a language yet.
Okay, well if he does, he knows this. If not, then he kind of gets the pieces of it.
Yeah.
Where does it say what language you speak? I thought I picked something, but
So indeed, to be honest, the bottom right languages, preferences and languages.
If he doesn't, he can just ask me because I'm
Left.
just gonna tell him.
Until Sadie, when they find your character daily switching genders, they find that a very huge abomination.
Oh! Okay. You're
And they take you to the chamber of
Somebody's in
law.
trouble.
Oh no! Help! Help!
Somebody's gonna die tonight.
Okay, but like because it's such a strong matriarchy, they find that such a blasphemic thing that like you're kind of just in chains all the time and like stuck there. And
I'm just both.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be
Chances are it has been a guy
So,
at some
When
point.
you're wondering about what languages we speak, it depends on my personality, because one of my personalities speaks 2 different languages than the other one does.
Oh.
So,
how many are we supposed to start out with?
Generally, it's just
It depends.
like common in one. But
yeah, it depends on like your background, your race, your class. A lot of them give you extra options, but everybody speaks common by default. Unless you
common.
unless you specifically choose not to, which would be a problem.
I'm not seeing other languages with this one, so I'm guessing he just started with common and halfling. So.
As a wizard, I feel like it's most likely you should end up with more, whether it is from, I don't think the class itself, but from like backgrounds that most wizards. I don't know.
Okay.
Your background often gives you at least a language, not always, but it often
Especially
does.
if you take the sage background, you get like 2 languages.
Yeah. If you're a high elf, you get a bonus language just for being a high elf.
Okay.
So there's stuff like that.
Okay. And so I'm just kind of like information dumping a little bit so we can like kind of like do some role playing and then. So throughout the days where you guys kind of have been interacting with each other and kind of the stuff, you notice that the right hand man of Ilvara is a drow named Shor Vendry. And you learn that he has just recently been appointed because the former right-hand man slash boy toy, whatever, I can't remember what the proper term is. boy toy was named Drorland Duskrin. And he looks very injured, missing fingers. You don't know why he was moved, but you just know that was switched, and then, yeah. And the other main drow woman there is a priestess studying under Ilvara named Asha. So she's kind of like a priestess in training. So, yeah, that's kind of... I also sent the document out to kind of like give basic information about all the people, because there's a lot. So that's kind of just a rundown. So we'll just do a little bit of role playing for a bit in different sectors and stuff, and then see how far we get in the plot. So we'll start with the labor workers outside. Most of the time, what you guys do is spend time drawing water from the waterfall, disposing of waste. So because it's a waterfall that falls, I can't remember, 50 or 100 feet, they get the fresh water from the top, and then they like throw the waste byproducts, food, waste, whatever, into the bottom. So you guys spend your day kind of doing that. But you're also chained up with anti-magic wards and stuff, so yeah. So we'll start with the work going.
What's wrong, Runt?
The name's Runt, not Runt.
Sorry. I'll get it one of these days.
Learn it well, cow.
It's pronounced Artak.
And the dwarf woman says, "Pay him no attention. He's just a foul creature, anyways."
At the moment, we kind of all are. So don't blame him.
I'll gut you if I get the chance, witch.
Easy now. We're all working together. It's all right.
We just need to get the work done, then we can be done.
Not to interrupt the RP, I just find, this is very important. Where is Stool Station?
Pretty sure he's not with us.
Stool Station would be on the... Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't told you guys. So on the map, it's number...
The pedestal?
Area 14.
Stool's on 14.
Are we in roll 20 right now, or is that just...
We're just looking at the maps.
Yeah, so we're looking...
It looks like a river.
Yeah, so there's a waterfall that... I think it flows from... Yeah, so area 9 is the top of the waterfall, and then it flows down to area 14.
Where's the map?
It's on the Out of the Abyss chat line.
Yeah, in
Discord.
the thing we talk. Discord. Yeah. Discord.
And the thing we talk.
The thing that we do with the other thing.
The voice box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you put
Now we're going, shut up, Craig! Yeah, so I'm
Craig
pretty
doesn't
sure...
say anything.
I'm pretty sure it's area 14. You guys are usually in area 11, which is the slave thing.
And we're in area
and do any of you speak Elvish?
Dope.
I don't.
I do. I'm an elf.
Yeah.
So.
So while you guys are working, you see the Kugath. Do a picture of what it is.
The Quaggoth.
Quaggoth, okay. Just the QUA is throwing me off so much because it's Spanish.
Yeah.
It's like Qui-Gon. Quaggoth.
Quaggoth Jin.
Quaggoth.
Quaggoth Jin. Yeah, there you go. Now you'll never forget it.
So this, he's looking at you guys like almost in tears, continuously speaking in Elvish.
That dude?
Yeah.
Okay. I assume I'm stationed elsewhere because being an alchemist, they've got me indoors working on stuff. So.
Yeah. So throughout the day, you see Ront kind of like really trying to mess with Edith, and she kind of like is like taking the brunt and trying, but like he's constantly like trying to trip her, trying to shove her,
Jerk.
Yeah, dwarves and orcs, they kind of fight it. It's kind of natural. It's just a thing.
So that's an L, right? Her name's Eldith, I think.
Oh, Eldith. Okay. Then you hear him like, the second I get the chance, I will finish the job.
So, what's the beef between you two? Are you like former lovers?
You get punched out.
Yeah.
He gets like Roth just like charges, like starts like coming towards you like with a rock in his hand, like say that again.
You heard me the first time.
Okay, cool. And he gets hit by 2 darts and goes unconscious from drow poison.
Oh, jeez.
By the guards. They never kill, they just knock you unconscious. And so they come, they untie him, and they unlock him, and they start like dragging him away because he was like looking aggressive.
That's how I won my last fight.
And then Eldith, she says, the reason he's so aggressive is because before we were captured, my people were fighting his tribe.
Told you, that's how they are.
Why were you battling? Why were you attacking them?
I mean, it's kind of normal orcish stuff, pillaging,
They were
raping,
attacking
killing children,
They
attacking.
were the aggressors. Yes.
I mean, they've been the aggressors. I'm sure we've been the aggressors at times, but like your brother said, that's just how we are.
I remember a couple fights in the arenas. We had a couple orcs and dwarves fighting each other. It was pretty good. Pretty good, not gonna lie.
Well, don't get me wrong. There's good orcs and there's bad orcs, but he's one of the. They're one of the ones. He's one of the orcs that rejects civilization.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah. And the who it is still just trying to talk to you guys in Elvish.
Don't speak Elvish!
Like, are you going for Quaggoth or Kuotoa there? Because
I said
Mini.
so it's a Quaggoth.
I think.
because there's a Kuotoa, right? As well.
Yeah.
There's like one of the like fish people.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go throughout your day. You have
And now you have to pick up Ronce. Where
you have the other. So there is a lot of drow, and there's also a lot of Quaggoths who aren't. This one trying to speak Elvish, like ordering you around. They'll say like, "Okay, you start stacking boulders." Just making your day terrible. And that's kind of like a general day for you guys.
So there are Quaggoths working with the Dark Elves as kind of like taskmasters.
Yeah, so the Quaggoth are kind of subservient to the Dark Elves, from what you can tell.
Interesting. So, question: Are the Quaggoths are they clothed? Because the character that you said
no.
Discord. Okay,
No.
so
At
they're
least I don't
just
think so.
creature-esque.
I think so, yes. All right, and then moving on to other areas. I just kind of want to give you guys a warning. So we'll move to the what do you call it? The Lulth's worship chamber, which is I think number 6.
Yeah, the creepy one.
The Lulth shrine, which is also Asha's living corpse. And in there is a very chained up, restrained Quinn. Is that the name? And Heidi's character. Heidi's character kind of goes between just the upper drow, just kind of helping out and doing more house chores, but
Getting coffee.
yeah. So yeah, she's just kind of in her room, just doing Reese's stuff, preparing things, treating things. We will have.
Sadie, you're muted. There you go.
Help!
Help! I need somebody help!
I'm sorry, but
Tamara
the
and Quinn are in there too, right?
huh? Huh?
Tamara? What was your name?
Tara.
Heidi?
Tamara?
Yeah. She for today she's in there with.
Tamara.
With-
They're
with
in
them,
there
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Asha.
Help?
Sorry, I'm not more talkative. I'm not used to having other people in here with me while I study and prepare.
Who else is in here with us?
So it's Asha. She's the priestess under Ilvara.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I think I'm in trouble.
Yep.
So are you from the Feywild, Quinn?
Um.
I'm not sure because I thought I read that the Eldarin were from the Feywild, but I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe? I don't actually remember anything.
Amnesia.
Well, I guess I'm from a world setting game. Are the Eldarin from the Feywild?
The Eladrin?
Eldarin.
I don't actually know.
Their ancestry is in the Feywild. They've branched out since.
Okay.
So ancestry, but maybe not me personally.
Okay, cool. So, I know this is terribly inconvenient, but what can you tell me of the Feywild? We've been down here a while, so we're not exactly sure when your ancestors, if they're still there or if not, but we'd be very interested to learn more about that and ways to reach the Feywild.
Wait, you want to know from me?
Yeah, she's asking your character.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Well, I'll get a serum ready. Don't worry, the first time it's not painful. If you give the answers. It's rather unfortunate, I'm sorry. That is very interesting, though. That is very interesting, though, how you do that. Switching between the genders. We had never seen that before. I mean, you can probably imagine how, valuing so much the traditional hierarchy of men and women, we were a little thrown off by, the surprise change.
Sure.
But regardless, it is impressive. Blasphemic,
Well,
but
if
impressive.
you learn,
Huh?
if you learn more about it, let me know. Because anything helps.
Huh. Alright. You. What are you useful for? She points to your character, Heidi.
So we just arrived? Or
No, you guys have been here for a few days. However many days you rolled, but we're kind
what
of...
have I been doing the last 3
I
days? I think
mean,
it was
you wake up, you do chores around the area, maybe get flogged a few times and go to bed. Just,
Casual day. Like you do.
she's probably going to be going for the, submissive act so that she was disrespected, trying to escape later. So she'd probably respond with, whatever you need me to, lady.
Well, no, but what are your skills? What did you do before this? Do you farm? Do you sew? Do you cut?
I'm very familiar with the bow and arrow, and I'm really
That
good.
is good. That is good.
Not that
is
would be very useful to me here.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky and be put in when you get to the city. Maybe you'll be sold to helping train, more soldiers. Looking at your character, and I promise you, I will do everything I can to not have you sacrifice on this altar.
Oh, good.
Well, to Sadie's character, to Quinn.
Okay.
She's gonna do what she can to not have me sacrificed.
Yeah.
Oh well, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Talk you, Drow.
Because honestly, I find you both very interesting, and honestly, it's a lot of work. We already have planned for the Serith to Scarlet. We already have the plans for Serith, so double the
Sarah
possibility.
is the drow.
Yeah, he's the drow prisoner. He doesn't talk much in this himself. But keep in mind, careful how often you use that amnesia defense. Serith completely butchered 2 other drow, and he keeps telling us how he doesn't remember. So, I don't know how far the amnesia, ploy will take you. But as I said, I'll try to have you not end up on this altar, because you're both very interesting.
I go pale.
She goes back to like writing some papers and stuff. And then we'll go to the kind of more study area with David's character and Jamin's character. So in here is Shore, who is the current captain of the drow in the base and like the right-hand concierge of Elvara, and with him is the Drolan, who was the he was that, but you guys don't know why he's not anymore, and he's just very silently like there. He's Short is just as demanding of Jorlan as he is with you guys. All right, have both of you made any progress in figuring out how to get these stones out of the rock without explosions and dying?
Well, I think I've solved the problem, actually. An hour and a half ago, perhaps.
Really?
I think so, at least.
Well, this is very good news. I will take note of that, and we will do a demonstration tomorrow with either the slaves or some of the Quackoffs. I mean...
Good. Might I ask you a question? I don't mean to be a bother, but your slaves are more useful to you if they are operating at the height of their strength, correct? If they are at their healthiest.
I mean, depending. I mean, this is usually the outpost, so we get a lot of slaves who come and go. Some stay longer than others, but I suppose.
Yes, but ultimately, they're more useful to you if they're healthier. They're able to work harder. They're able to keep things running smoothly between shift changes, shall we say?
Sure, yes.
I've been considering, since I solved the problem recently, I have been applying my skills, my thoughts to other areas. I've been considering the fact that it might be possible, I have some experience as a healer. I could craft some medicines and take them to the menial workers who are doing the heavy lifting and whatnot. I might be able to both bolster their strength, their stamina, help them work longer and harder for you without... certainly, still miserable. They will feel the pain of their efforts, but they will be able to work harder and longer without simply keeling over, simply collapsing. It might be useful to you, but I'd have to administer the dosages personally. if I overdosed them, it might actually cause them to explode. Therefore, I'd have to very carefully measure them by the size of the subject. I'd have to go speak to your menial workers. Do you think that might be possible?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Do you want to explode? Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's a modified 20.
Oh, wow. And just for fun, you can both roll an insight check. If you want to.
Oh,
I don't know what tab it's in.
The other one also.
How do I do this? My first check.
You want me to roll insight?
Both of you can. Because you're both in the
Okay.
room, you know.
Yeah, that's a modified 0.
oh boy.
14.
Okay. So, I mean, you just kind of see him standing there, but Jamin's character, so I haven't learned the names yet. You see him kind of like looking, kind of like he's holding it back, but like kind of like an excitement of like, oh, ooh. Oh, so he says, well, I mean, if it doubles the numbers and such, I suppose that it would be worth looking into. Anything that helps the mistress of the house.
Yes, I'll be sure if you permit me to, make such attempts to ensure her that it was your idea.
You will be under heavy guard, but by all means, proceed.
Of course. I'm a better liar than I am a judge. Like, I'm way better.
And you, Gnome, have you figured out how to how to concentrate the magical energy into these stones without it? Yeah, kill it.
You mean halfling?
Halfling, sorry, halfling.
Oh, you're talking to me.
I thought it was an insult.
It might be. I say I've mostly been. David, what was your character's name again?
Electro.
Electo.
Oh, look at that. Electo. I've been mostly just doing whatever Electo has asked me to do. My arcane skills are still in their infancy, so. And he's mostly kept me just doing menial tasks, helping with his projects that he's working on here. So I trust that he's been doing a great work for you.
Well, I usually don't say this to surface dwellers, but I'm impressed. If only you were a little darker, glowing in gaze. But regardless, congratulations on the work. Jorland, take them back to their cells when they're complete. Yes,
Like, while he's saying this, I am quietly pocketing, like, all the alchemy supplies that I can.
yeah.
Begin assembling my own alchemist kit.
Yeah, and you already rolled. So what you guys don't know about him is because he was recently put in that position, he is always just super like, like, okay, how can I make the mistress happy? How can I solidify my spot? I just took this guy's spot who he was just on a whim cast aside. So like I want to secure myself. Like while he's like really like kind of like not really paying attention, that's when you steal your alchemist supplies. Like over the couple of days, especially now. This is when I don't see his name. Jamin's character, kind of steals one of the stones that was that he's been researching, kind of thing. Just curious,
I must have taken mine while I was
Also, sorry.
still there. Before I switched genders the first time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to that. We're just kind of setting up. And then, okay, Bolso. And then...
So you said Jorlan previously held the office that Shore is now holding?
Yeah, and he looks really like disfigured, missing fingers, but...
Sure. It's messed up.
Can I tell what happened to him?
Because you have alchemy, roll with advantage.
What am I rolling? Medicine, I guess. I'm
Sure, yeah,
terrible at
medicine.
I'm glad I have advantage. I'm bad at this.
What do you think, David?
Not 20, so 19.
Love it.
From your workings with like chemicals and stuff, you know that that's acid damage from a gelatinous cube pudding type creature.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, it has all the like acid burns and marks and melts.
Okay.
So yeah, you walk off the hand like, oh yeah, ooh, definitely.
Yeah. I am immediately considering how I can best manipulate this man.
Shore or Jorlin?
Jorlan, he's the one who was like burned.
Yeah.
Shore is the one who actually has the job right now.
I mean, they both seem like they could be manipulative.
Come with me. Both of you, come with me. And
I'm just guessing from the fact that Shore has like taken over this job that like he's probably going to be most easily manipulated just by playing to like ego and power and being like, oh well, like if we make sure you look good, it's like, if you look good to your mistress.
Looking at notes. No, not at all. Not at all.
It's just like if we tell your mistress that this was your idea to have me treat the menial workers in such a way that it will increase their, their.
In fact, he's so excited that he takes you and Bolso to talk to Lady Vara. Like with the.
Oh no!
With the reset. So. Yes, what is it?
Like, I've lied too well. I'm like, I've lied myself into a situation that is worse than I was in.
My lady, we have before he goes and says, we'll keep the medicine on the down low for now, but just explain the progress you made with the stones.
Oh, yes, I believe that there is a certain acid that I would be able to distill given enough time. It might take me several days, but as long as I'm given materials that I need to work with, I can likely distill an acid that will dissolve the stone completely while leaving the ores that you're seeking out completely untouched. It will simply wash over them as if it was water. It will have no effect on them whatsoever. The stone will simply dissolve away. It's a complicated process. It requires distillation. I will require equipment that I perhaps haven't been given access to yet, a still, that sort of thing. But we'll be able to produce a reasonable quantity of it quite quickly once the assembly line is up and running.
Wonderful. And both of you roll perception checks.
That's a 17.
Okay.
Or.
Okay, so, Alecto, while you're talking, first of all, she mutters under her breath, we'll finally get that secret from those dirty deep gnomes. And then she hits Bolso with a ray of sickness and says, dirty gnomes.
Jeez.
Not knowing that he's a halfling.
Yeah.
But while
like, he's not even the right color. The deep gnomes are like gray skinned. He's just like
yeah, but she just thinks he's
right
like
size, close enough.
About kind of like a surface gnome, you know.
He could be dirty. We don't know.
But while you're talking, you notice your stuff and what looks like a bunch of other slaves' equipment, kind of like in the corner of her room. So she says, very well. You've both earned yourself an extra portion of food. Be gone. And as Jorlan Jordan says, "Okay," and he'll start taking you guys back to the cells.
All right.
And just to finish off, back to Asha and
But I want to mention
Cool.
before we.
oh yeah,
I want to just say to Electo before we finish, like, I'm glad you understand this stuff well enough to have convinced them.
It's like, oh, I have an intense understanding of all of this. It is entirely possible that I actually could accomplish all of the nonsense that I was just saying to her. Given time and research. However, it's just like, hypothetically, I could do it, given the time and resources. However, I have no idea. I haven't been paying any attention to what they've been asking us to do. We're going to get out of here, you know.
so
I say quietly. I'm not like.
That's how.
Whoops. Also, on the way back, as Jorlan is leading us to like the cells, I'm going to start talking to him and say, it's just like, you know, it's possible that if I had enough time, I might be able to craft a potion that would thin out that scar tissue. We may even be able to make it disappear given enough treatment, if your body is willing.
he kind of stops, and you see him kind of thinking, and kind of looking around, and he says to you, sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to find the. Sorry. Okay, he looks at you and says, if you did that, if I could give you the means to escape from here, would you take it?
Oh, well, you know, it's certainly a consideration, but ultimately I feel I owe your people a debt of sorts. Just like trying not
And
to...
he looks at he looks and says, let me tell you the drow way. The strong take, and those who aren't strong enough meddle. I had one accident after decades of service, and I was cast aside like snow. So you owe nothing, and you gain nothing unless you take it.
Well, as far as... Might I suggest that if you have the strength to take what you want, perhaps limited by your physical difficulties, but if we could lessen those, perhaps you could prove yourself once again. Take back what is yours.
I plan
You
to.
might be perhaps willing to both accept my help and, should the time come, look the other way.
I've already looked the other way for you, the little kid you've been something the last few days. All I need is for sure to look bad. All I need is for
Well,
sure to
that will not be difficult.
talk to the others. And he's saying this to you in Elvish. Well, no, he's actually saying this in Common because, you know, Underdark and they're elves.
Yeah.
Spread the word around, but keep it quiet if you are going to do anything. Let me know when you're coming up with that cure, and one night the gates might accidentally be unlocked.
Ooh.
Excellent. I will spend all of my waking hours researching, seeing what I can come up with.
What's the little checkpoint like?
Yeah.
It was show ways that you can exploit, you know, some of the people.
Yeah. I feel like the problem, like my character, I have reasonably high charisma. I have very high intelligence. I'm definitely reading the way that these people are interacting. I'm watching it, but I have, like, my wisdom is so low that I'm not being careful. I am just, like, playing everybody. Because
You're
I'm
like,
just like, oh, well, I can manipulate you, I can manipulate you, I can manipulate you. The problem is, if any of these people speak to each other, there's going to be a problem.
Luckily, Drow are always
It's
so
gonna be
paranoid.
explosive. That's what you do.
Luckily, Drow are always so paranoid. Drow are always so paranoid that they always keep to themselves because they always think the other person's going to try and overdo them.
Of these openings, Jorland's promises do seem to be the most useful to me, so once we get back to our cells, I actually will legitimately try to research if there's any way for me to alchemically, like, heal some of his scarring, help him look more normal.
Okay. I guess roll a intelligence check with.
I don't know anything about that stuff, but is there any way I can help?
I don't know if you could, because you guys are very, like, in your own.
Are we together, or am I still stuck in
Didn't
the
you say the elves were together?
Well, while we're walking back, since I am sort of on Jorland's good side, if I can convince him to let me, like, look at some of the local mushrooms and that kind of thing on our way back that's naturally growing on this area, maybe I could see if any of them have any qualities I could, like, refine and actually use to help them.
He's more than happy to let you.
Okay.
I mean, you got also there too, so...
Like a nature check, then?
Yeah.
Just to look around and see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 19, so that's real good.
Oh!
Let's see. Yeah, 25. After
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Done.
So yeah, you looking around here, remember from your early studies, in Underdark mushrooms, there's a certain one that has a very good healing property.
Okay, I'll gather up as many of those on the way back as I can, and I'll just kind of try to quietly experiment with them, see if I can refine them down to something powerful enough to really be useful to him. Because, like, honestly, I may be trying to manipulate the man, but he is probably, from what I've seen so far, the safest ticket out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I will absolutely legitimately help him if it gets us out of here.
Manipulation doesn't have to be mean.
Yeah. So he lets you, like, search around. He's very quiet, but just kind of like you can tell he's, like, very, like, interested, but trying to, like, look reserved about what what you're doing, what you're pulling out.
Yeah.
And
Alright, I gather up my mushrooms and herbs and whatever else, and we can move on from there.
Okay. And then he'll put you back in the jail cell, and he'll say, like, looks down very, like, cautiously, and he says, "No."
What was that? Sorry.
He says, "Gnome."
Yes.
And you just see him kind of, like, toss like a small dirt ball to your feet, and walks off.
Oh, wait, who did this?
Jorlan.
Okay. Okay, can I pick it up and investigate what it was?
Yeah. So as you kind of, like, brush it off, you see it's your very dirty and muddy now, but the arcane focus that you had come in with.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ooh, lucky.
It won't do you any good here because it's magically warded and your cuffs are warded. But, like, if you can figure out a way to get out, then you could cause a lot of trouble.
What is it?
It's his focus.
Focus.
His what?
Spellcasting. It's arcane focus.
Oh.
Like Rin's amulet, where
Yeah.
she uses it to cast all of her magic.
Kind of like a show of good faith kind of thing. Okay, so really quick, back to Ash's room. She's just kind of like, you can tell she's like really awkward because she's like hasn't been around for people this many hours, and like, so I feel awkward and I'm bored. Why don't you show me some of your skills, Archer girl?
Do you have a bow?
She pulls out like a hand crossbow, and she pulls out, these are practice starts. So even if you want to kill me, you're not going to be able to. But I'm very bored, so let's target practice or something.
What do you want me to hit?
Hit the head of the little statue.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna try to do it.
I mean, let's be honest, we're all just pawns for it anyways. It's a fun way to vent.
So she asked me to hit a statue.
Yeah, so inside there's a giant shrine statue of Lol. Like,
Lol.
yeah.
Wolf is the spider goddess.
Yeah, you know that miniature god's the half spider, half woman.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Lol. She's the
Wait.
spider.
Yeah, my reaction exactly. Oh, frickin' spiders.
Cool.
Hate spiders.
Would she think she'd get into any trouble doing this?
I mean, she's a priestess, so I mean, the caretaker of like the shrine area. So like, this is literally her living quarters. So like, you know, I say, I don't know.
Intern job.
Yeah, would she get into any... Do you feel like she would, Tamara have any suspicion that this is gonna get her in trouble later? Could she do some kind of check?
I don't know. That's your call.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check.
And she says,
No, like,
left eye and you get a prize.
reading her.
Okay, inside check.
Yeah. $17.
You can tell she looks kind of like... So you can tell that she's very, like, uncomfortable because she's just not being used to such a social atmosphere. So you can tell, like, but, like, you can tell, like, she's kind of, like, thinking, kind of, like, trying to, like, force conversation kind of thing.
Okay.
And she feels more uncomfortable in that kind of term than, like, you know, like...
Okay. She's gonna try to do it then. Hit the eye. But I don't have any of my stuff on the...
She handed you her hand crossbow.
Yeah, but I don't have any numbers for crossbow on here.
Yep, I thought I added... Oh, I probably haven't equipped yet. Probably. Okay, really quick. It takes so long to load. Sword of Gauze. Are you guys having fun so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Warming up
Oh, yeah.
into like getting into my character's head, just getting warmed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure who my character's personality is like. I'm not sure what she's like yet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like set stuff up and like do like some. Okay, it should show up now. Just kind of set some stuff up, especially if there's like 10 NPCs plus.
Three groups of players. Yeah.
Oh, 7 plus 8, so 13.
Okay, so you hit like kind of around
That's
the.
15.
You hit it, but it's kind of
7
like
plus
the kind of like the general forehead area. It's like, thought you'd be better.
She's immediately going to do it again, and this time it's 17 plus 8. So.
Okay. Now you hit it like right square in like the middle of the left eye, and you see kind of like a smile, like impressive. She says, "If you show anyone this, I will kill you." she hands you the training bolts and just says, "If you get bored in yourself, shoot the wall." So they're blunt, but like, you know.
Yeah.
And she looks back at Quinn. She's like, "Do you really not remember anything of the Feywild? Like, not even the slightest, or anything?"
I really don't. I wish I could help you so much.
It just sounds like an interesting place. Oh well. Well, it's probably time for you both to be shoving off to your pens. Sorry if this is weird. I've never had to interact with other people for this many hours.
I mean, social interactions are awkward. I completely understand.
Well, enjoy a good night. And best of luck. So, you know, the guards come and they escort you all back. End of the day, everyone is escorted back to the pens. So you guys aren't like in pens together, but like they're like close enough to where you guys can like talk amongst each other. But there are guards, and you don't know where, but there are probably like spiders up on the walls. Yeah, concealing it.
Friggin' hate spiders.
Yeah.
Squish the spiders.
And so when the elves are brought down, you see the Quaggoth start like looking super excited and like, it's like, please tell me you all speak Elvish.
I still don't speak whatever you're speaking.
Are we all being brought back to the same place here?
Yeah, so you have all been brought back.
Okay.
I mean, you and Bolso were brought back prior, but
Yeah.
Starts talking to us when we come back. Or
Did you
just,
actually understand Elvish?
yeah.
I sent you a note, Chris. As once we're brought back, I'm going to start trying to like quietly experimenting on the components that I gathered.
okay.
And if I hear any guards approaching, I will use minor illusion to just make it look like I'm asleep on the floor with my back turned to whatever, like, you know, wherever the guards are coming from.
Okay. Unfortunately, there are magic wards on the cells.
Oh, okay, I can't do that then. I'll just like, but I'll try to keep
Actually?
stuff concealed as much as I can.
Actually, sorry, he would have thought of this before. He says, "Do you have any magical means?"
Jorlan, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, it's minor. Nothing huge. I can manipulate illusions slightly.
Do you have acid?
I could synthesize some.
You can produce some acid poured on the wards. He points to where the ward is.
Okay.
Good luck.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind. I wonder where I might have learned such useful information. It must have just come to me.
All right. So, okay. So then later on, everyone comes back. The Quaggoth's like, "Please tell me you all speak Elvish."
Oh, me, I do. Hi.
Oh, thank the gods.
Man, I'm so glad somebody understands this, dude.
I've been stuck with the brutes all day, and I can literally speak to no one. The last 4 days, I've wanted to jump off this waterfall.
I mean,
the whole day.
I got threatened to be sacrificed because I don't remember anything. So
Gibber too.
there's that.
I know, right? Can't understand either of them now.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Right?
I'm listening in, but keeping up with my experiments. I'm not...
I'm Quinn.
Like, I understand Elvish, but I'm not actually responding. I'm just listening
Okay.
while I'm working.
And I have a name.
I have a name. And it's boys'
Yeah,
name.
it's a
And it's a
boy's
good,
name.
and it's a boy's name.
Ping! What about Ping?
Of course, Ping did
His name
so
is,
much.
I didn't ask for his name, I asked for yours.
I am Prince Durindin. At your service.
You end up in here.
Pardon the appearance. I'm a Elvish prince from above the surface. But there was a major revolt in my kingdom, and I was polymorphed into this accursed form.
Oh.
I can't hear him. I don't know what he's talking about. Freaking yammering off in the corner over here.
I hear him say that.
I mean, I'm not being quiet about it, so...
Says he's a prince.
What?
Prince.
Prince of what?
Of these
From an elf kingdom up on the
I would
surface.
expect them to have.
No, you're an elf. I don't know what that is.
Yes, of the kingdom. How do you keep all these things straight, David?
Lots of notes.
This is actually one of the few things I remember from when I have looked through Out of the Abyss, so I'm just not going to interact too much because I remember who Prince Durendil is and where he's from and stuff. Or where he claims to be from.
Oh my gosh, why do Elvish names have to be so weird?
It's
Make it
it's Nilrindinbane.
Thank you, David. Nelrindin.
Yeah.
Yes, I am from the Wood Elf Kingdom in the High Forest of Nelrindil. If David I'll talk.
Artak.
I'll try.
Which one are you talking about?
He's...
Talking about a Minotaur?
No, David's character.
Electo.
Sorry. Yeah.
Like
A
Electro.
couple of us have a name.
Yeah, if Electo and Tamara can roll history checks. With advantage, because, you know, you guys are elves.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Daniel and David both have A names.
Roll at disadvantage because I have amnesia.
Sure, yeah.
Daniel's
History?
Artak and David's Electo.
Which
Good luck with that.
That's really good.
I mean, if
actually.
everyone wants to. If everyone wants to, like,
Rolling history?
yeah,
History?
like,
Anyone who
Bolso,
can tell
Bolso is
I have
very
a 24,
educated, so if he
so-
wants to.
Oh,
Why not?
I got 11.
11. What's your tidy?
That's
10.
Huh?
10.
10?
I'm
What's
not
your
gonna
tidy?
roll.
amnesia. I got
I got a
11.
24, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got
I put myself at disadvantage
Okay,
because I have amnesia.
So like,
I rolled a
natural
I
20.
might actually...
Are you serious?
so, like,
I don't know what they're talking
Yeah.
about, but I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Sneaky throwaway 20s.
Well,
all over the
Electo
Like a brilliant moment.
immediately
Friggin' A.
just knows, like, there's no
Oh, so
elf.
you,
There's.
like performed for someone and
Oh,
they
that's
were
what it is.
connected. You were networking.
I'll actually
At
get this
least
in
the-
chat.
the fact that
Did
I
backflip.
rolled high at least makes me feel better about the fact that I have a little bit of meta knowledge because I haven't like gone through Out of
Yeah.
this in great detail, but I've referenced it once in a while and I've used stuff from it, and so I actually remember this. So I have a little bit of meta knowledge where I know how this is for. Yeah, that's...
And Atrak, for some
That's
reason, you
awesome.
remember just in a tavern. You got really bored and like, got dazed and were staring at a map one day of like random Elvish.
So when I
kingdoms.
mention it out loud,
And
this is what you remember.
I still don't know what they're talking about.
yeah, and this is your thought. I messaged David and Daniel about their thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Where'd you say he's from?
I repeat myself because I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I didn't say.
Narendaville?
From the Wood Elf village of Qui-Gon Jinn.
How-
Sounds made up to me. I don't know.
Just out of curiosity, how close am I to Artak while I'm working on my...
It doesn't give a setup.
That's
I'd say
tough.
you guys are. I'd assume that they're kind of like.
Just
Yeah,
like
like
Alcatraz, we're in like individual pens, or is this like an open?
Yeah, you guys are in
type?
individual pens. Yeah, you're in individual pens, but you guys can kind of like see each other. I'd say you're all within.
Nobody
I'll say you guys are all.
knows the trouble I've seen.
I'll say you're probably like. I'll say he's a cop.
I could make a perception check to see if I recognized, or an insight or something, to see if I recognized that Artak actually...
Yeah, I'll say Artak is
something I
in
did.
across one from you on the right. He
This
is just
is
sort of like
terrible.
across from you.
My wisdom is trash. I'm so bad at this.
Oh,
Oh, that's not a terrible roll. It's not great. Is it insight or perception? Is it probably insight? I would.
Not
say.
insight, because if you're specifically trying to like focus in on something.
Yeah, I rolled a 12, so 11.
Hey, I've got the same modifier.
Also, you kind of like, you're the second you kind of hear that, you like, oh, it kind of like makes you curious, like what everyone's reactions is to that with your knowledge, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll say like you
around, see.
kind of catch, yeah, you can kind of catch.
Yeah, if I can like catch Artak's eyes, I'm just kind of gonna shake my head, like, just try to give him the, don't push it, don't say anything, like, I know, we understand, don't say anything. He's
And as can I have something else to drink? This is all.
You see like a spider slowly come down from the ceiling,
Ah, freaking spider.
and like crawl up towards you with like a bucket of like dirty water, and just like sits there and waits
Thanks.
for you to pick it up, and like slowly crawls back up.
I was hoping for some wine or something, but I guess this is fine.
freaking drow and their spiders.
Friggin' spiders.
Far away from your dressing room, eh?
Well, you start living a certain standard of life, you kind of get used to it. This is not it.
And in a whisper, Prince Durindal says, "Have we thought of any means of escape? If so, please let me know. I need to get back and free my kingdom."
Who said that?
Durindal in Elvish is the
Oh,
else.
oh,
And he's
oh.
speaking flawless Elvish. Like Quaios should be speaking Undercommon, and he's just perfect. Like he's making Elvish pronunciations that his mouth shouldn't be making with like his teeth and stuff, and it's just like immaculate Elvish.
Like this is a Yeti speaking. Like this is a Yeti speaking like Norwegian right now.
Chewbacca speaking English.
That might make sense.
Still don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just digging my hoof into the stone or the floor of the cage, trying to make a groove that I could push off of against the guard if the opportunity.
I'm trying to get like through all the characters just to like introduce them.
Right?
Yeah.
And as you guys are talking, you hear and like a squeak sound, like a painful squeak sound. You look over and you just see like the drow guy in a cell with like this mushroom type creature. And like after he kicks it into the bar, it's just kind of like in the corner, like trembling, you know.
Did I freaking just kick
Oh,
stool?
This is a really bad idea. This is a terrible idea. Can I ask how tough that drow looks?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Remember, you're in your sanity mode right now. So.
Don't die.
and as he kicks it, you hear him just in Elvish say, "Shut up, mushroom."
Oi! Speak common! It's very rude!
I
All the
just kind of
papers.
like look over and like, poor baby.
Okay, seriously, where is he? Fine, we'll just do it on. We'll do it live.
I'm gonna start speaking Minotaur
Is,
to Drucka.
like, is this just like a
Druka.
standard bard, like not somebody that I would feel like is
So he's
no
in
one
jail.
of note?
So all you guys know about him
There.
is what do you call it? Quinn and.
Oh, this is the drow prisoner.
Yeah,
Okay.
They're in the same cell?
Yeah.
Why would they put a stool in with him? That's terrible.
because he captured Soul before he got imprisoned. And so as kind of like a cruel joke, when they threw him in jail, they threw the last prisoner he caught, kind of thing, which because it's just like a little mushroom.
How far am I from their cell?
I just shake my head. There's no honor in the drows.
Like, how far apart are our cells? Are we fairly close?
So they're right next to each other, I think. I'm kind of thinking of like the. I'm trying to think how it's set up so you guys can like be talking to each other, but like still like.
Yeah, if it's like a circle of cells, kind of, then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like kind of like an entrance, and like kind of like a semicircle or like almost full circle of like, so you guys can like see each other and communicate with each other. It's not like a huge space because I mean like it's an outpost, so I'd say you guys are probably like 10 feet apart from each other, maybe. It's like really cramped.
It makes sense from the map 11. Like that could
Yeah.
be the walk.
Oh yeah, duh.
Where-
It's literally they're in caves. Yeah, it's a semicircle.
You got a map there.
We're in caves,
I'm
guys.
assuming
Why did they not
that
tell
guy.
me?
I'm just like, that guy is a prisoner. He's probably not in the greatest physical shape.
Oh no, he's
Right? He's
he,
probably
he,
not.
he looks. You can tell that they beat him a lot.
Okay.
So Sadie's Quinn and Heidi's character, all they know is that that he killed someone and he's using the amnesia, excuse.
So, from within.
Oh, I need.
what- I'm gonna roll something to make a decision here. Okay. Yep. Just
Oh no! Oh no!
Wild Will.
like it'll probably break my minor illusion for a minute of like me sleeping. So, but I like when I see and hear that going on of like him like kicking this little defenseless mushroom creature, I am going to pull out one of the bombs that I have crafted and I am going to toss it over into his cell, being very careful that it does not actually reach Stool, like that it only hits him.
Okay.
And
Precision.
as soon as I make that attack, as soon as I possibly can, before any guards hear the boom, I am going to do my best to very quickly bring minor illusion back up. But like, I'm gonna make the attack first.
Oh.
Okay, roll an attack.
Man.
Oh, nat 20!
So he kicked him away. So he kicked it away. As it's kind of lying there, it just lands right in his lap. And looks very confused because he's never seen this before.
Yeah, that, let me just roll damage real quick. Because it explodes. I made sure that, like, I don't want it to...
With a natural 20, it does whatever you want, man.
I don't want it to hurt Stool.
Oh,
Like, it does have...
It does. Because he was in the corner, he kicked it across into the bar, so, like... Yeah, no, this is...
Oh, this man is so dead. I'm sorry. Like, we're all low level. He's not in great shape. That's 22 fire damage.
Whoa!
like,
Oh.
like, that man is just done.
Wow.
I look over at Artec like, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
So
We're taking him with us.
Before, like, as soon as that's done, before any guards, like, that's gonna make a boom. It's loud, but, like, before any guards can come looking, I'm going to very quickly, like, okay, minor illusion, make myself look like I am sleeping.
I can just imagine.
Like I was,
I imagine Artok over here, just kind of like leaning with his horns against the bars, look up, see this
Or,
image
you know what?
disappear, and the bomb go whoop, boom, and look back, and it's right back to where it was. Just what?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to cast Minor Illusion on myself. I'm going to move to the other side of the cell. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on my equipment that I am doing my experiments with, so that is just, like, invisible. Like, you know, it is basically
like
just
dirt.
looks like the side of the cell that it is.
Yeah.
And then, before the guards come, I'm going to be like, what was, like, pretend I was sleeping. Like, what was that? I heard a boom. And, like, you know, just, like, act like I have been sleeping.
okay.
Oh,
So I'm looking up his stats. I mean, he's dead. I'm curious of
Exploding
something.
cells,
I'm
go
like-
ahead.
Doc!
I'm like,
I mean,
he
there's like
can't-
because I mean, you guys are in a cave.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah,
it's just like
he
a
can't
massive
possibly
echo.
be in, yeah, he can't possibly be in good enough shape to have survived that.
Oh, I mean,
Is 20.
Like, I have 8 hit points.
it's
I have
it's more
8 hit
it's more to
points.
see it's more to see the condition of his body.
Yeah.
Nothing
It's
less.
just it's just ashes.
So yeah, the drow calm down. You see Spider just drop down because I mean, like they're keeping an eye on you guys, but it's not like super like intensive. It's like everyone's like looking around and like they open the cell, not even noticing. You just see like a stool run out, like shaking and like like kind of like hiding in like a corner so that like it isn't seen. And
I'm sorry. I'm still pretending that I've just woken up. I am going to like this is going to be like this is going to be deception, and hopefully I roll well. But I'm going to look over and just like, oh, I've seen this before. Spontaneous combustion. It's very rare. However, sometimes living creatures, something happens to them. They cross the magic. Like, the ambient magic, it interacts with their bodies in such a strange way that causes them to simply burst into flames. Very violently. Like, I've seen this before. Just...
so as they're like freaking
Hey,
out.
it's a girl! It's like a 19 deception.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
and you mostly just like when they see that you just hear them like just laughing and knowledge being like, well, looks like we'll have to find a different sacrifice to Lolth. And as
Thanks.
Yeah,
and
as soon as the guards have turned away or like left the area, I'm going to try it. Like, I know Stool doesn't have any eyes or anything, so I can't really tell if he's looking. But I'm just going to try to like make a couple of motions. Like, it's okay. Like, we've
so
got
he goes to your jail cell, and you see him like really push hard and like squeeze in it right into your cell. And he like walks right up to your leg and like keeps bumping into your leg.
Okay. I just kind of pat the top of whatever he is.
And as you're patting him, he just all this powder goes into your face.
Oh,
And like,
what
and, like
happened?
as you're coughing, you
Sorry,
hear this.
loaded.
You as you're coughing, you hear, "Thank you for saving me." You now have a mushroom telepathic bond with Stool.
Yes.
Dude!
Yes.
Just like I'll just quietly say, it's like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. We'll make sure you're safe. You should probably move back to your other cell before they realize that you're in here with me. They'll notice.
Okay. And he like kind of goes back into the cell. And just kind of like stands there, just like not moving at all. So as you hear the body being dragged out, you know, like they're dragging it by the foot. They don't care. Like this was the guy who murdered 2 drow and said that he didn't remember. So. But you guys can you can't see it very well, but as they're dragging the body, you hear like these really weird like sounds, and like you can kind of see like the body contorting and like fungus growing all over it.
Oh jeez.
Does that look natural?
Huh?
Does it look natural? Can I roll?
No.
Nature or Arcana or like? No, like.
Like, oh, extraordinarily unnatural.
Oh, this is the natural time when.
No, I want to. Is it like
It's a,
a magic thing? Could I roll Arcana and see if I recognize?
Sure, you can try.
Nope.
Certainly try.
That's an 8.
All right. So as like you hear a lot of screaming and fighting, like you know, like a huge commotion. You hear like 2 like oh, you know, and then you just hear and then it just like walks off.
Wait, the body?
The guy walks off.
The body just keeps walking away.
Oh jeez.
The dead body's walking away?
Yeah. You just see like being
What's
covered
left
in
of it?
fungus. What's left of like is the fungus is rapidly growing and it starts just like shambling awkwardly
Imagine
away.
instead of legs, it's now got upside down
Cool.
mushrooms.
So I'm gonna comment to Electo. Was that your friends doing? Your new friends doing?
Who can say?
Mushroom zombies. They got everything in the Underdark.
I've seen a lot of things in the arena. I ain't seen anything like that. That's
Like,
new.
no, I don't think that was our little friends
Definitely
doing.
new.
Whatever that was, it's.
Yeah. And then you just hear like a huge commotion and you know like investigating and you know throughout the night like after like it leaves you don't hear much about it but like yeah it's kind of a quiet night afterwards and
Yeah.
through whisperings you hear
No
kind
more
of
bombs are thrown.
yeah you hear like yeah three people killed spontaneous combustion.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Wait. 3 people. Which means he's not the first one, you guys.
Oh no, 3 people got killed.
The guard.
The mushroom killed 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The guards that were calling me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm following.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, we had something. I want to ram the bird.
So yeah.
So that happened.
That happened.
That escalated quickly.
So you guys kind of see that he looked kind of like this, but kind of like darker drowish features. Not exactly like this overweight per se, but like a charred skin, like mushroom kind of growing where the other bits were.
Yeah. This is nasty.
Yeah, you have no idea where he went to, but you know, they're just
Yeah, that's not gonna come back to bite us. We're good.
Oh.
We're basically gods.
I hate.
No, one god.
No.
Okay, so to kind of save on some time, I'll just kind of explain the other people who you guys interact with, you know, because although I am loving the role play, but just to like, you know, it's hard to like
A lot of
think of
people
it.
here.
Yeah. So there's also you guys met Ron, who's kind of like the jerk, you know.
Yep, we got plans
Or-
for him.
So you guys also meet Jim Jar. He's a deep gnome, and he's always just kind of like
It's red.
making. He's always just kind of making bets with people and stuff. So like, you know, he seems like cheerful enough, you know, but he's just trying to be more optimistic. Like, hey, you know, one portion of food if like you can do this, or you know, two rations of this, you know, just trying to lighten the mood. You know, he's always like, you know. You guys met Eldith. You guys met Prince Durandil. You guys also meet a Duro, who is very talkative and very kind. Duro. The Duro is like one of the races of dark dwarfs. And he's just always kind. He's always asking people how they're doing. You know, like, hey, you getting enough food? You know, he's always like asking everyone if they're okay. And he's been very polite on you. You know, just like would take the shirt off his own back kind of thing. And
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious.
I mean, it's not like the overboard kind of like, you know, it's just he seems like a nice guy. Yeah, there's the Kuotoa who he calls himself a pacifist, and he just kind of says, I am where I need to be. So like, you know, it's like, hey, do you want to save him? Like, I mean, if that's what happens, I am where I need to be. He claims that he's reached a level of enlightenment kind of thing. You guys met Stool. And then there are two twin deep gnomes named Topsy and Turvy. And they're just kind of, you know, they're really young. You guys find out they were captured when they were just kind of out collecting mushrooms. And, you know, and they're also nice, but like they're very like reserved because, you know, they're like teenagers, like enslaved, and they're just, you can tell they're just like really scary. So yeah, that's kind of the group of people.
Cool.
I like most of them.
All right, so
If nothing else, I've already decided one of the through lines between my two personalities is that no matter how insane I might get, I am always watching out for Stool. That's just it's like,
don't mess with the mushroom.
My mushroom!
like, protect the mushroom baby at all costs. Blow up anything bothering the mushroom baby. Like,
Love it.
All right. So, a few more days pass by. You know, not much. Like, mostly like 2 days have passed. Jorlan will always be asking, "How's the torch?"
I did roll quite highly. I mentioned it in one of the previous messages.
Yeah. So it was a 23. So yeah, you made it. You.
Oh, can
Whichever
I,
one
like,
of you is.
Yeah, I'm like, I am actively trying to make something for him, and
over the course of the couple of days, can I like ask everybody about like what they know about the Feywild?
Okay.
You know anything about the Feywild?
Most of them give you like blank stares, kind of like. I mean, isn't that like pixie stuff, kind of?
Yeah, pixie sticks.
Yeah, like
Okay,
pixie-
and I find like a rock or something, and I carve Pixie on the floor. Pixies.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll say with the 2 or 3 days that passed with that roll, like, I'll say you feel like confident.
Oh, I need to find out what season I am. Oh, and gender too. Okay.
Oh, good luck with that.
yeah, with that role, I am both trying to make something to help treat Jorlan so that we can get his help, and also see if I can like make some minor healing potions to help treat the other prisoners, make sure that once we're actually trying to get out of here, that they're in top condition. And I'm using the excuse that I gave Shure of like, oh, I'm going to boost their stamina to like kind of help. You know, whenever they give me the opportunity, I'm going to go and I'm going to treat them. I'm going to quietly say, just like, you know, just play along. This is like, you know, they're going to work you harder.
Oh.
but like that kind of thing. And
Okay, yeah.
You guys, my cat died on again.
Picture
I'm
him
so
more
sorry.
charred. Picture him more charred, but he kind of looked like that.
As he was like shambling away.
yeah.
It's nasty.
Oh,
You guys might have just avoided something.
Or started something. We're in trouble.
Like, didn't even interact with that character, just blew him up.
You kicked the stool?
You sealed your fate.
Yeah.
Who did the Arcana roll on the spores?
I did.
Okay. What was it?
I got an 8.
Okay. Looks like weird fungus.
Weird fungus.
Yeah, I probably was more focused on actually talking to Stool and like telling him to go back to his cell, so I probably wouldn't have been looking at the time.
I saw him blow up. That's about all I know.
I have pretty decent Arcana, but I wasn't paying attention, so it wouldn't make sense for me to be.
Should I have made a check?
If you want to.
Sure, I can do a roll Arcana check, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You're there. Failed cells. Oh.
Nope. Sadie got higher.
Oh
than I did.
no.
I got a 6, or an 8, I mean, so yeah.
Not bad. Still not bad.
Looks like some creepy mushroom stuff.
Here's some creepy mushrooms.
This was a terrible choice. Okay.
I'm like, the one thing about blowing that guy up is that guy was the one drow, so he might have had more information than the rest of us if we had actually spoken to him. Because I don't know how long he'd been imprisoned, but he was actually from this social structure. So therefore he might have actually had some answers if I had not just blown him up, but sure. That's fine.
Too late now.
About it. He kicked the mushroom baby, he sealed his fate.
It's true. It's definitely true.
So for the few days, and since getting to know Eldith a little bit, working day to day, I'm kind of watching her back and like kind of backing her up again with Grunt, and maybe just trying to like not cause problems, but let opportunities that Ron might get a little riled up take their course and maybe stoke them a little bit when they come.
Okay. And as you kind of start to defend her, and everyone kind of sees that, you notice that Runt instantaneously like pulls back from like picking on her, and you kind of start to get the feeling like as a Minotaur, he finds a lot like he's a lot more talk than bite. He's a lot more bark than bite.
Right.
So he very quietly, he's now very quietly keeping to himself, and
I'm still going to egg him on every once in a while.
You said Topsy and Turvy are very young, right? Or they seem young at least.
are they what?
They seem very young.
I mean, young as in like probably like the equivalent of like 16, 17-year-olds,
Yeah. We probably don't get much in the way of whatever little rations they're giving us, but I'm going to take half rations and divide what's left between Topsy and Turvy. They're young enough. This is going to be harder on them. So I'm just gonna quietly, whatever rations they give us, I'm gonna quietly pass them half of mine,
and you kind of just see them. Like
So-
say one word in undercommon that you kind of just take the mean as thank you.
Yeah.
So, for the record, I am male winter today. So I am now. I still have freckles. I still have the little mole up by my right eye, but my hair is black, and I am now 6 foot. Let me think. 6'5". So I had a growth spurt.
So throughout the day, while you
I
guys
did in fact flip heads, so I am still in the the more healery persona right now of my 2 personalities.
So throughout the day, you guys keep working on the hard labor track and your sister.
Yep.
The rest of the group kind of doing less labor intensive stuff. Stool has just been standing under a droplet of water, just like basking in it, like slowly like moving around. And Jorlan comes up to Atek?
What?
Not Atrak, sorry.
Electo.
Electo and also and he says we need to coordinate the escape soon. The convoy is going to be arriving soon. We're going to do this basically tonight.
Alright, I will pass him whatever I have managed to craft so far of the potions. I'll just kind of quietly hand it over. I'll tell us, carefully apply this to the scarred areas. Only the scarred areas. Make certain that there is little crossover, only where the scars are. It will not be magical, it will not act immediately, but it will lessen them. It will thin them out. You'll be more capable of motion. If you keep it up, I will leave, within a few days, it will lessen them to such an extent that they will be likely barely visible. And I will say, it's just like, once we escape, I'll leave you with a formula. It's very basic, as long as you can find find any alchemist who can work with these materials, and I just kind of hand him a little note. I'm like, this is half of them. I'll give you the other half as soon as we are on our way.
He says, and for the first time you see almost kind of like a heart smile, like, he says, these surface elves aren't so bad.
Perhaps I might have judged the deep elves a little harshly up until this point as well.
And he said, no, we are ruthless and terrible. and kind of like walks off.
Yeah. Like, I'm specifically not giving him the whole formula yet because I don't want him to decide he doesn't need us. Like, I don't want him being like, okay, we're done, you gave me the thing, bye. I'm going to report to Ilya that you're going to escape now. But I give him enough formula that it should help him, like, a little bit. Give him proof that I am actually able to help him, and give him the hope that he can move forward. So.
And then Quinn and whatever the crap your name is hiding.
Tamara.
Tamara.
Okay, Tamara. Both of you roll a charisma-based roll for me. Let's try...
Charisma-based?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what that would be.
Yay. 21.
Nice.
19.
19 and 21.
Have we managed, just while you're figuring stuff out, have we managed to gather about how many drow are at the, like, at this...
So there's the 2 priestesses, the current boy toy and the former boy toy, and then there were 19 other guards, but the 3 that were killed, so there's 16 now.
Okay.
And it's hard to tell how many Quagoths there are. There seem to be about at least equal number. You don't really know how many spiders there are.
Freaking spiders.
They've got some muscle on hand then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want this to come to a straight up fight. I'm just kind of wondering what kind of numbers we're looking at.
Just in case.
Like, if things go really badly, I just want to know what we're up against.
Kris
And,
is
like-
praying for that TPK.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Been
not.
wanting it.
Like,
And
no,
we'll start
like,
a new
num-
module next week.
Yes.
Next week, Rise of Tiamat. Tiamat's risen.
Ah!
Yeah.
She is risen.
No.
Like,
Um,
the numbers aren't the only concern. Like, definitely Ilvara is probably a pretty big deal.
Mhm.
Because she being, like, a leader role, like, she's probably some kind of... And, I mean, I don't know how much of this Electo would know.
Mhm.
But she's probably some kind of cleric or something like that. She's probably a priestess.
Yeah, she's a Drow priestess, so whatever their stats are.
Yeah. So, and the Quaggoths are probably way more trouble than a bunch of level 1s want to deal with on their own, and then, like, whatever warriors and guards they have on hand. Like, so we really don't want this to come to a straight-ahead fight. Even if Jorlan would sort of be partially on our side, he's like one fighter probably. There's something like a fighter anyway.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, and
Oh.
would he risk his life for his base?
Yeah, I mean, he probably, like... He's probably more concerned about what Ilvara thinks, I would imagine, than what any of us are about. But...
By the way, so just so you guys know, your conditions are terrible, and you still get beaten like every day a bit.
Yeah.
But like, also, you guys have been having really, really horrific treatments while you've been here. Like, some in particular, Atrak and Duka.
Artak and Bruka.
Druka, you guys have a dream of a horrible wasteland with a minotaur with flaming eyes coming towards you, and you are just stuck and can't move.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember you guys' names.
You'll get there.
Electo.
Yes.
While you dream at night, you hear a voice saying, "He wishes to keep you locked away. Free yourself from him." And just bad doo-doo jives all around. Okay, so since you both rolled so well on your charisma checks, Asha comes when you guys are in Asha's quarters. She says, "You both need to look into escaping. At least you, Quinn. With the weird spontaneous combustion of the other Drow prisoner, everyone is antsy for a sacrifice, and you're just blasphemic enough to fill the role. Usually I wouldn't care about this, but oddly you both have grown on me. I used to be very loyal to all of this, but then I saw Ilvara cast aside Jorlan, like he was a piece of meat so easily, and I learned that there's no loyalty for the Drow. There's just, there's just what you can do, who you can undercut. Once in my
Who's
life, I
talking?
actually felt
The priestess that we've been hanging out with.
Yeah, you guys rolled really well on your charisma, so she's gotten a liking to you both. This isn't my type of thing, but you both need to get out. If nonetheless, you, Quinn, they will kill you, and I will be the one ripping your heart out.
Well, let's avoid that if we can, shall we?
And she looks around, doesn't see anyone, and she hands you both a key.
Where did these go?
Huh?
Where did these go?
You see, look down at the shackles.
In a lock, in a lock.
Okay, I just kind of nod.
I've heard through. Well, let's just say I've heard through the grapevine that there might be a accidental breakout tonight. So careful. This is all I can help you with. Worst case scenario, if all this goes bad, I'm the next in line to run this place. So. And please never let me see you again. These type of emotions are so confusing. I don't like them. Good luck.
Thank you.
And everyone's taking.
There's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town.
Okay. And the hours go, and it is now nighttime. You hear, get in there and feed them, you dirty filth. You see Shore kind of like kick Joraline with like the splotch food that you guys have, and you see him like slowly doing the food when he goes past
Electo.
oh my gosh, Alatek?
Electo.
When he goes past Electo, you kind of see him like like a wink and hands you the food. And
there's a
like,
file inside.
oh, it's not a file. It's a ball.
I'm watching very carefully.
We're in an enclosed
And
space
he walks
here.
out.
Because I don't know who's involved and who's not.
All right, I'll look through the slop that's been given to me to see if there is anything hidden in here.
You see another key.
Okay. I assume
So?
this will open the cells, or at least my cell, and then we'll have to figure out how to get other cells. I don't know if they share a key.
So night comes.
All right. Is Jorlan still nearby, or is he?
Oh, he got as far away as he can from that jail cell.
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna run into him on the way out. So I am just like kind of off in the corner of my cell. I am gonna leave him a note with the second half of the formula. Like I figure he would think to look in here. Maybe the others might not. But I'll leave him a note, and out of gratitude, he actually has been helping. So like I'll leave him a note with the second half of the formula, and I am going to kind of look around, wait for a lull, wait for any guards, any quaggots, any drow, whatever they have patrolling here to kind of go away and stop paying attention. Then I'm going to quickly rush to the door and start undoing the lock, and then I will run and try the key on all the other cells, probably starting with stools, even though I know he can get out of there.
So you try it on the door, and you hear a little, and it slowly opens. But when you try it on your manacle, it doesn't seem to work.
Okay.
When I see him messing with his door, I'm gonna unlock my manacles with my key.
Okay. I'm going to very carefully take one of the vials of acid from my alchemist's kit and that I have managed to cobble together, and I'm just going to like kind of pour it out and dissolve the chain between my manacles. I don't care if I can get the manacles off right now. I just need freedom of movement.
Yeah, he pretty much figured you'd have some acid, so he just was like, well, this is the best I can do. So
yeah. Will this key unlock the other cells? Can I actually help others get out here?
Yeah, you go around and you see all the jail cells starting to open.
Alright, I'm going to unlock the jail cells one by one, and I'm going to just kind of motion everybody out into the center of the chamber, going to quietly say, alright, we've got an opportunity. We need to move quickly and quietly. Get out of here. Together, preferably. But as quietly and as quickly as possible. We don't want to attract attention. Do any of you know if there is an easy way out of here that will not cross the patrol routes of the guards?
Sorry, I totally forgot what's his name was supposed to tell you. So he told you that probably one of the easiest ways to escape would be to go from 11 to 10 to 9 and then jump down the waterfall to the lake below.
Okay. All right, I'll relay that information to everyone. Say, like, most likely this will be the quietest and easiest way for us to get out of here. Those of you who can fight, be prepared to, just in case we run into trouble, because it is unlikely that we will get out of here perfectly cleanly. And I'll look around at everybody. I kind of don't trust all these people, really, but I'm just gonna, like, hope that we don't get double-crossed by anybody on the way. And it's like, look, your chances are better with us together than they are here with these people. Like, I don't care if you think that it will be simpler or that you will get some kind of preferential treatment from them if you turn us in or if you turn on us on the way. I don't know if any of you are dangerous. I'm sure some of you are. Like, but I'm just like, our best opportunity here to survive is to leave as a unit as quietly as we possibly can, with as little engagement as we possibly can. And if we don't attract their attention, we have a better chance of getting away without them following us. So, if you're going to cause trouble, cause it later. Is that understood?
I would like to look at Ront and do an insight check to see if I can tell if what he's thinking about this, because I am highly.
Okay. Yeah. Roll an insight check.
So that's an 11.
Okay. You can tell he looks visibly scared, but also like glaring at Elda.
I just snort at Grant.
Okay.
His grudge. So I want to ask Quinn, do you still have your manacles on?
No, I don't.
How did you remove those?
I pull out my keys, just like out of my shirt, and unlock his manacles for him.
So your manacles are off now, Quinn?
Yeah, because I did that as Electo was opening his door.
Out of nowhere, you hear it, and you see like a dog just in front of you, just like looking really happily at you.
And I hug him and I like scratch his ears. I'm like, oh buddy, who's my good boy? Karma.
Do you speak Blink? Do you speak Blink Dog?
Do I speak Blink Dog?
Yeah.
Can I speak Blink Dog?
If you want to have that, then
Please?
I will say sure.
Can I please?
I think Blink Dogs understand Sylvan. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Can I speak Sylvan?
Yeah.
Can I just have that?
You see him like, where have you been?
I got stuck for a little while, buddy, but I'm here now.
I peed in a nymph's lake. She tried to kill me.
Well, no more of that. Also, what's a nymph?
A blue naked lady in a pond.
Got it.
Like, I actually understand this because I speak Sylvan in this personality.
and then why is it dark?
I think we're underground.
Oh,
Technically, he understands Sylvan but can't speak, I think. That's how Blink
he
Dogs
can't speak?
work, but yeah.
oh.
This is a magical Blink Dog.
I mean, you can make a DM call if you want him to be able to. I'm just saying according to the, like the...
Okay. They don't have like a telepathic thing?
I think they just understand Sylvan but can't speak. Like,
Okay.
they are...
I mean, eventually all of you are going to have telepathic connections
Yeah.
through Stool, so...
Like, they are intelligent, they just, she might be able to speak whatever, like, the Blink Dog barks and whines. And
Okay,
whatnot.
yeah. Okay, I will say that. And
Like,
as you
kinda
guys are
like
getting ready...
Han and Chewie, you know, like,
Yeah.
not everybody understands him.
And as you guys are getting ready, Stool is just bumping into Atrak's ankle.
Okay.
See you.
What's that thing? Oh, there's a little thing over there. Just gonna edit.
He blows powder in your face.
Hey! The heck?
Can I go with you? You're big.
Yes. Yep.
Will you protect me?
Yep.
Okay. And he looks at Alatek and he's like, sorry, he's just bigger. I think he can carry me better.
Yeah. No offense taken, little one.
It's creeped out by this thing.
It's like, is this mushroom talking to me? Okay. So everyone, roll a stealth check. Are you going to try and go after your gear or not? That's the question.
I would like to. I got some good stuff.
Like my stuff.
Because if you guys are leaving from the slave ends, I think you go right past. Well, you have to go a little bit, but still, like I think you guys.
I have to head to bed.
Yeah,
Heidi.
we're getting at the stopping point.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me like 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go to bed, but I have to go to bed.
Yeah. My stealth check is a modified 20.
Oh,
Okay.
lucky.
Mine is a 17.
Are we all doing stealth checks?
Yeah.
13.
By the 7.
And I got. Wait, what did I get? I think it's 11. Yeah, it's 11.
14.
Everybody got above 10 but me.
It's funny that you
Okay, now for. Ooh, that's
I
not
have
good.
Like, I feel like my trust for a number of these NPCs is very limited.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't, like, I think Topsy and Turvy, they're young, you know, I'm wanting to help them out. Like, I don't know exactly what to think of Eldith, but, you know, she hasn't interacted with us all that much. Like, I definitely don't trust Darendil.
You guys can tell that Edith is a cleric, like with how she's talked and spoken. Like, I'm pretty sure she's a cleric.
Okay.
Eldith?
Yeah, I think I'll double check that, but
Like, I definitely don't trust Darendil. I definitely don't trust Ront. I'm not super inclined to trust Bupido or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
He's too happy.
Like the Kuotoa, whatever his name was, and like he
Sure.
we haven't seen a lot of him. He's just kind of like Zen guy though.
yeah. like if you had not opened his gel cell, he would have just been like, "This is the way. Do you know the way, brother? Do you know the way?" Okay, so you guys did enough where you don't arouse like the two guards on the number 13. So
Like, if we need to blow people up, I've still got bombs on me, but I'd rather not call attention, because they are loud, and if we're trying to be stealthy, blowing up a friggin' bomb is not going to help us get out.
Do we know where our equipment and belongings were?
I feel like you guys would have planned together enough where
Electo does.
Yeah, I specifically saw...
Oh, and good news, you guys did not arouse suspicion from the Qui-Goth den.
Good.
Which is really close to you guys, number 12.
Well, that's a plus.
Jedi Knight, Qui-Goth Den.
Oh!
Okay, good night, everyone.
Those are the dance out, folks.
All you other DMs out there, you know my struggle. You feel my pain.
So what about the chair, Matt? I was watching people who watch people dying inside, and like it just shows Matt like. So what's like the history of the chair? And you just seem like. Okay, so.
Yeah, if we can, like, just a couple of us can break away long enough to sneak in and get the supplies that they have taken away, like equipment from all of the slaves, I'd like to do that if we can.
Yeah. And if you want to, on 10, that's where...
who would I
Content?
take with me? If I'm gonna take somebody with me, like, who do I trust to go with me? Is it one of you guys, or is it one of the NPCs?
I can go.
I feel like it would be your own kind, right?
You guys, you guys can also.
Watch your back.
Take the Minotaurs. We got
Are
muscle.
you both high elf?
Get her some bolts.
You guys also know that you'll have to make another stealth check at 10. That's another guard tower. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure, I'll take Tamara with me, and we will run and see if we can grab the supplies for everybody, grab everybody's equipment, and bring it back.
I don't trust him, bro.
You just want them to roll stealth again, or everyone?
If they're getting it, you guys can roll stealth, and I assume you guys are going to be like on the ready. You know.
Hang out and wait.
Tamara and
Electo.
Electa. Why do I forget that?
I don't know.
Ooh, that's good. 22.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Are we
I'm
doing
rolling so well tonight. It's gonna go so wrong next time. I guarantee it. I'm rolling too well right now.
Although I will
Bobby
say
not
before
let me
you
have this.
Before you guys do this, you have seen enough where where the stuff is. It's on 6 through 8 on the map. Where it's the Lolth Shrine is number 6, where Asha is, and then 7 is Ilvara's quarters, and then 8 is Shore's quarters. So.
Ooh, okay.
But if you guys want to like try and take out the guards first, you know, so you can like have better chances, you know, or whatever. Or, you know.
Like
It's up to you guys.
at least until I have my equipment, I don't have quiet ways to take anybody out. Like I'm not great. Like once I have my equipment back, I've got a couple of daggers in there, and like a light crossbow, but I'm way better with my bombs, but they're noisy. So
How many guards are there?
There are 15 still.
Like, are there any in our way? Are they?
Oh, there's a guard tower number 10. So.
I thought we snuck past them.
Well, there's a couple of. You guys were rolling to avoid the spiders on the wall, which would have been a fun fight. And come on, I gotta kill some of these NPCs, so I don't have to play so many.
Nope, we're keeping them alive.
like, everybody lives except the one drow I blew up.
Sounds like he's gonna kill us all anyway,
Okay.
so that's probably a good thing.
Just
you
this
guys-
once, everybody lives.
Everybody loves.
So, as you guys start to stealth towards the tower, you hear and
Cool.
loud
What's
shrieks.
that?
Loud shrieks. That was the screech of a rock.
Oh, fun.
So, from the sky, descending down, you guys see.
I'll throw a rock at it.
A rock at the rock?
Yep.
Yes, you guys see 2 rocks and 4 chasmates coming
Is that
from
rocks
the sky.
or rocks with a V? Like,
V.
okay,
Rock.
so these are like demons? Yeah,
Yep.
I think rocks.
You
are
see
demons.
6 demons shrieking like some of the most terrible sounds you've ever heard, and just coming down towards the floor, and you hear an alarm start sounding.
But it's not sneaky. I wasn't sneaky at all.
That looks like a distraction. Let that happen.
Yep.
Excellent.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Nice.
Oh man.
Nice.